Hello, I'm Jerry Ford. We got Jeremy Ford over here, and we are going to do our answer part of the Q&A video. We didn't get a whole lot. I mean, we didn't really get a whole lot, considering we got 2,203 subscribers, But that's okay. We'll read what we got, and we'll start right here at the top. It's really not in any particular order. Jeremy just ran the questions off, and they just.
Yeah, I just got them how they were listed on the comment section.
So the first one is from Survival Collectors. That's Kyle and Paul. They're the creators of that channel. They ask, "What is your favorite beer, Jerry?" I get asked that a lot, and really the only thing I can really tell you is my go-to type beers are Mexican / Latin type beers. I like Modelo. I like Corona. I like Corona Familiar. I like Modelo Negra. I just like a lot of those kinds of beers. So I'm gonna say Corona Familiar. I'll say that's my favorite. I've just found it to be a very pleasing type beer. And those beers you can drink, and even just regular Corona and Modelo, you can drink, a few of those. Whereas I like IPAs, I like porters, but you can't sit back and drink 2 or 3 of those. I mean, some people maybe can, but they're more of a treat type beer. They taste excellent. They taste awesome, and I like them. But you just can't sit back so much and just drink those type of beers. I can't anyway. So there you go. All right, Jeremy.
So they also asked, what is my favorite energy drink? And when I think about it, it almost depends on the time of day too. Because there's some that are lighter that are good for earlier in the day. Some that may be more stronger that I'll drink later. But recently, I'll probably say I'm liking the Ultra Monsters the most. To be more specific, like the Ultra Paradise, the Ultra Sunrise. Those are both really good. To pick between the two, probably Ultra Paradise. That's probably what I would say.
Cool. I mean, we've tried so many different kinds.
Yeah.
And we found so many different kinds really, really good. So it's one of those things for me. If you ask me that question, I wouldn't know what to tell you, because I've just liked. I've liked more than I have not liked. So.
I mean, anything from Monster, I could be alright with.
Cool. All right. Next question is from Cesaro. Is the name, which is Jesse. He asked Jeremy a question first.
He asked me if I've ever gotten into the anime One Piece and what my opinion was on it. The answer to that is I have not gotten into the anime One Piece. I've heard good things, but I just haven't gotten to it, mostly because I saw how long it is. It's a very long anime, so if I got into it, it would take up a lot of time to watch. Same thing with like Naruto and stuff like that. So no, I have not, but let me know if I should.
Jesse asks, tell us the time you got into your first fist fight. Well, believe it or not, I've never been in a fist fight before. They've just taken a look at me and they just run the other way. No, that's not true. My fights have always consisted of, when I was younger, they're a push push, I trip them, they fall down. It's over with. Yeah, I've just never been in that situation where I've had to, you know, I've punched Jeremy in the face once accidentally. He scared me, and I accidentally punched him.
That's the last time I did that.
Yeah, I mean, I've punched my chest. I've punched walls. You know, I've just never been in a fist fight with anybody. So hopefully I never have to. All right. Let's see. Jeremy's got the next one from Alan Ellsworth.
He gave me the toughest one. Told me to list my top 5 favorite video games. I've played a lot of video games. A lot that I really like. So, I can't really rank them, but I'll give you
5 that you like.
Put at the top-ish. There might be some I'm forgetting too. One I'll just put out immediately because it's obvious for me is Rocket League. It's one I've put a lot of hours into so far. Basically, it's a car soccer game where you're driving a car, you hit the ball and with the car
Into the zone, the
yeah.
net or whatever.
Yeah, I've put a lot of hours into it. It's one of my favorite things about it is how unique it is compared to any other. I've never seen a game like it before. And it's hard to say that about a lot of games, so if you're not familiar with it, look it up on YouTube.
And Jeremy's got a channel he doesn't do anything really with, but he did a composite
Montage.
A montage of some Rocket League.
Yeah. Posted it on your channel
Yeah,
too.
he posted it on my channel too, and he posted on his channel, and he did some editing because we got a new editing thing not too long ago, with some cool music. Y'all go check it out and see. Give you a good, you know. I mean, you can look at his or you can look at anybody's, but yeah, it's cool.
I've also gotten into the competitive scene, not like myself, but watching the professionals play it. So you should also look into that. It's really fun to watch. Anyways, it's one. Another one I would say would be Skyrim, 5th Elder Scrolls game. It's an amazing game. When it came out, it was top of its game. You know, it's it and Fallout 4 also. It's a lot there, both from Bethesda. So those are really fun games. Another one I would say, because it's one I grew up on, is probably the Pokemon series. This is something I grew up on. Definitely for starting video games, it'd be a good one to look into. It's a really fun strategy game.
For kids or something.
Cool Pokemon, you know. I'm sure most people know about Pokemon. Those are my top 3, so the other ones were the harder ones. Some other ones I would slot in because basically they're story games that I've really enjoyed playing. One of them would be The Last of Us. It's a zombie associated story, survival type game. A lot of stealth involved, but I really love the story. So that'd be one. And another one would be God of War. Really cool game, based off of Greek gods, I think. Greek or Roman gods, I can't remember. But the story's really cool, the combat's really cool. Yeah, that'd probably be my top 5.
He's told me about it before, and it sounds cool, and it'd be like one of those, you know, those video games that you see that you would be like, that would be an awesome movie. Oh, that would be one of them right there, I would say.
Yeah.
It'd be cool. Did you tell him all 5?
Yeah. Rocket League, Elder Scrolls Skyrim, Pokemon, Last of Us, God of War. There's some other ones I couldn't mention, but take too long. Anyways.
Let's see. What kind of music do you guys like to listen to, if any?
Also the same person question.
Oh, yeah, sorry. That's also Alan Ellsworth asked us.
For both those.
Right. What kind of music do you guys like to listen to, if any? You want to go first, or want me to go first?
You go and go first since I just answered.
Okay. Yeah, I'm a big music fan. I have been ever since I was very young, ever since I was able to take a a vinyl 45 record and put it on a little square box and put the needle on it. Ever since I was able to do that, I've been listening to music for so long. All my brothers, my older brothers, are the ones that got me into it because it was their 45 collection I started listening to. My oldest brother liked a lot of R&B stuff from Diana Ross and the Supremes, the Four Tops, Spinners, Gladys Knight and the Pips, the Stylistics. Did I say the Four Tops?
No.
You know, Marvin Gaye. You know, all the R&B artists. Even like the Carpenters. Just all that older music. And then my other brother, my second to the oldest, he liked to listen to like Creedence Clearwater, Revival. He liked Deep Purple. A lot of those kind of, Doobie Brothers. And then my other brother, Wayne, he liked stuff like Three Dog Night. My other brother did too. Three Dog Night, Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, stuff like that. As I got older and started developing my own music likes, I started liking stuff like, the Jackson 5, the Osmonds, Bobby Goldsboro, Don McLean, just stuff like that. And then as I got older, I started getting into more a little bit, harder rock, Bad Company. I also ended up liking a lot of my other brother's stuff. I like Deep Purple, Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath, Foreigner. Got older, Journey, AC/DC, Queen. I love all that kind of music. I went through a phase too in the 80s with dance type music. My oldest brother liked like the Bee Gees. He liked Donna Summer, all that kind of stuff. Dr. Hook. And then as I got older, I liked listening to stuff like Josh Groban, Neil Diamond, Barry Manilow. I'm kind of going back and forth, because those aren't the same year. But and then I also like all kinds of music from other countries. I like Latin music, South American. I like orchestral. Stuff like that, Rachmaninoff. I just love music. It's just there's not a whole lot of music styles that I don't like, 2 or 3, but yeah, I just I'm sure country. I like a lot of country. I don't listen to it a whole lot, but I have my favorite country artists. George Strait, Garth Brooks, Conway Twitty. I'm trying to think back a little bit. A lot of country women artists, but yeah, I could go on and take up the whole rest of this video. But who do you like, Jeremy? What's your listens? What do you listen?
Recently, I've listened to a lot of mainstream pop, R&B type music. That's what I've been into mostly. But unlike him, I like more than just that. I like all different kinds of genres. Recently, like The Weeknd.
He got me into The Weeknd.
Yeah, he's really good. Ed Sheeran. Listened to a lot of Ed Sheeran. Sam Smith. Got incredible voices. Also like some punk too, like Fall Out Boy, Panic at the Disco. Listen to a lot of them.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen to the radio a lot. Find new stuff I like all the time.
I Shazam a crap load of stuff. If I hear something I really like,
Me too.
and I want to save it, you know, and I want to have it so that I can look back on it if I need to. I don't have an iPod right now. One of these days, if I get one, I want to have some music to remember that I want on there that I want to listen to all the time. But anything else?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, but
Okay.
that basically sums it up.
Just to let you guys know, this is going to be a longer video. 'Cause we're already almost at 16 minutes. So y'all just, relax, sit back and enjoy the answers. Okay, let's see. Jason Ball, he asked Jeremy,
What career path are you interested in going in, or what career do you already have? Currently, I do not have a career, but I am currently looking into that. But what path I'm going on right now would be IT. Been looking at going into maybe school systems, colleges that I went to, looking into the IT positions. But yeah, I went and got certified for IT, so that's the career path I am pursuing currently.
what was it that you studied in college? What was the kind of computer type stuff you did?
The major I went for is computer information systems, which is kind of more programming oriented, but I tried programming, wasn't really a fan of it, so I kind of went into the more IT lane instead of the programming lane. So I don't know, it's too much math in programming. I'm not a fan of math.
But he's good at it. Where I'm not.
At the mid range. Just don't give me calculus, please.
Okay, Jason asks, what's your most funny story involving drinking? Okay, I would probably have to say my bachelor party. They picked me up at my apartment. I was 19 years old. They picked me up in my apartment. They had booze in the car. They gave me drinks in the car on the way to the house. The guy that was going to give me the bachelor party was a guy that, when I worked for the city, he was a misdemeanor working off time, and he had money, but so he put the party on for me at his house. And man, they had shish kebabs and all kinds of stuff in there. Just it was really nice. It was a nice setup in there. But I'm already buzzing by the time I get to the party, and I'm looking around, seeing the shish kebabs. Oh, this is going to be this is going to be fun. People that I know, of course, are arriving. We're all sitting around in chairs, and I'm visiting with people, and there's guys that I work with for the city are sitting over there. Chubby and Steve, they're sitting over there, and a couple of my other friends are sitting over here, and and the host and some of the other guys, they're bringing me drinks. They're bringing me shots of whiskey, and I'm chasing it with stuff, and I'm just having a good old time. Pretty soon, I'm looking over there at Chubby. He's sitting over there, and I'm looking at him, and it's like my eyes are going. I was like, whoa. I said, Chubby, I can't keep you still, because my focus was just going like that. And then this guy has an older house, and his floor is a wood floor. It's a nice wooden floor. And right after I said that to Chubby, I threw up all over. I was like, oh man. Somebody says, oh man, on your wooden floor. And the guy says, that's okay, it's his party. So they helped me off into the bathroom, okay? So I'm in the bathroom, and it's a small bathroom, I'm sitting on the toilet. I can grab the doorknob from where I'm sitting. And I'm in there going, I know I am. I felt myself doing that. All of a sudden, someone. I'm like, yeah, Jerry, you all right in there? Yeah. Okay, just checking on you. Okay. He goes away. Probably 30 minutes more later. Jerry, you all right? Yeah. Okay. Pretty soon I'm like, I get up, pull myself together, go out there. I tell Mark, he's the one that's doing the party for me, I gotta go lay down. Like, all right, come on. He escorts me. His wife is there somewhere. She made the shish kebab, set it all up, whatever. He helps me in there to their bed, and he laid me on top of the bed. Okay, so I'm laying on the bed, and then pretty soon I start chilling. All right, when you've had too much to drink, you start getting cold. So pretty soon I'm like pulling the covers back. I'm getting up underneath the covers. And I hear him come in. He's like, oh, Jerry, you got up under the covers? Oh, man. I didn't care. I didn't care if he was disappointed I did that or not. I was out, man. I come in and out of unconsciousness. I could hear him all in there having fun. At my party, I'm in unconscious. How dare them do that to me? I didn't get to enjoy hardly any of my bachelor party. Okay, when it's time, the night was over with, they come, 2 or 3 guys come in and drag me up out of the bed, put me in the car, and take me back to my apartment. And, my fiance's waiting there at the apartment, and they knock on the door and leave me standing there at the door. And then she comes and opens the door and gets me in there. Man, next day, I was sick. That's the funniest story I can think of. I mean,
That's pretty good.
You like that? Okay, so let's see. Beer Dads, beer reviews. That's Dave the Beer Dad. Let's see, he says, hi guys, for both of you, what are the highlights of Tulsa? Well, Dave, honestly, there's not that many. I had to think on this for myself. This is the highlights of Tulsa from both of you with the age difference. Let's see. Dave says, I love my traditional stuff in Liverpool, but my boys love different stuff and places. Must be an age thing. Yeah, for the most part, I agree. We all think of different stuff that we think is good about the place we live in. Let's see. I put down, this is stretching too. There's lots of breweries here in Tulsa. I've never still been to a brewery, but I hear there's like, and I know there's like 4 or 5 of them just in Tulsa alone, maybe even more than that. So if you live here, you can hit all those, and there's lots of casinos. I've been to one of those. My wife and I become members. We got a membership card. You can go in there and you can get some kind of benefits. But we've only been I've been there twice. My wife and I have been there together once. And summertime is when, for me, and mostly in the late 80s, early 90s, we found this more of a benefit. There's a play that they have. Actually, that might be in Sand Springs. They do the Oklahoma play. They do 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. They don't do it. My wife just told me they don't do that. They don't even do that anymore. And that was a neat place. Don't you agree, honey?
Yeah.
It was a neat place. They had stadium seats. You go out there and you sit, it's still daylight. It's getting darker. You sit there. There's a big stage. It's all set up with barns and all kinds of stuff, and they have all kinds of lights, and there's trees back behind there, and they put on a play, and it's really really entertaining. When I first heard that we was going to go there, I was like, I'm going to be bored out of my mind, but it ended up being really good. You got to go a few times, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it was a neat place, and then see, like, they don't do that anymore. Let's see. They have the Renaissance Fair. That isn't even in Tulsa. That's in another town. The Scottish Games is getting ready to go on pretty soon. I've been to it once. Then they got the fairgrounds. I don't even know if they even do the fair anymore. There was a fair, a deal they put on at a fair called Bells, and I don't even know is it even called Bells anymore?
No,
Bells Amusement Park closed. See, don't come to Tulsa. It's boring here.
That's what I was going to say.
Jeremy was going to say it's boring. Go somewhere else. There's nothing here but heat and mosquitoes and violence and
Yeah.
it's just a
So there's violence everywhere.
well, of course, yeah, there's violence
But
everywhere.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we have one of the highest crime rates. Well, I'm pretty sure I looked it up and it's actually accurate.
Yeah.
Um,
You got anything? Anything good?
we have the BOK Center, which for events it's a pretty good venue.
Yeah.
But
The concerts, you have to practically give up your left testicle just to be able to afford to go. You know,
that's for most concerts.
I know they're all expensive, but
yeah. If you want to get blown away by a tornado, come on down.
yeah, we are probably the tornado alley.
We're in that. Yeah, the weather's pretty unpredictable. It's on both ends of the meter. We have really cold winters, are really hot summers for some reason.
Well, what is it they say about Oklahoma? You don't like the weather? Well, wait a few minutes, it'll change.
Yeah,
It's just you just don't know. The weather men and women, they can't even predict it. They say one thing and it does another thing. It's like, what kind of career is that?
They just say whatever, and then it probably won't happen.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they try to predict it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
can't really tell you anything good about Tulsa.
Mhm.
Oklahoma City, that's they got a lot of stuff there.
Mhm.
A lot of good stuff. But okay, let's see who we got next. Douglas Walford. Jerry, your favorite movie? Okay, told you about my music. I'm about the same way with movies. Okay, I can't tell you one favorite movie because I have too many favorites. So I can't narrow it down to one. So, hope this is okay. I'm going to give you 10. Okay? I'm going to give you 10 of my, and that's a small amount because this is just some come to my mind, and some I was looking at my collection in there. It's like, oh yeah, that's one I could watch anytime. Okay, so it starts off Blade Runner, Conan the Barbarian, The Postman, Mad Max, To Serve with Love. I like all different kinds of genres of movies, so there's just going to be kind of or a little bit random. Somewhere in Time, Soldiers with Kurt Russell, if you're wondering about that one. Dance with Wolves, Kevin Costner, Braveheart, Mel Gibson, Gladiator, what's his name?
Oh shoot. Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
That was close.
Blade Runner's Harrison Ford, Conan the Barbarians, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Mad Max, Mel Gibson, To Serve with Love, that's Sidney Poitier, Somewhere in Time is Christopher Reeves and Jane Seymour. Told you the other ones, but yeah, I just like all kinds of movies, and these are some that I could just watch over and over again, especially with somebody that hasn't seen them. I'm really excited to see, what they think of it. So there's my 10. Let's see, Jeremy, your favorite movie?
I really tried not to put too much thought into it because I also like a lot of movies, and probably based off of more recent movies I watched, I'm a really huge fan of Marvel. Even before they started doing a lot of movies, so all these movies have been great. Avengers Endgame, I think they did a really good job of wrapping up this phase. I won't give anything away in case you haven't seen it, but it's 3 hours of a great movie. So
Probably this one too.
yeah, he's definitely up there. He got a pretty good movie. Ryan Reynolds did a great job as Deadpool. But yeah.
Okay. I'm also, a superhero fan. I like crap loads of those movies. Giants fan. That's Gotham Perry. He asks, let's see, Jeremy, when are you gonna start doing more beer reviews with Dad?
I don't know. I don't know. I just haven't gotten real into beer yet. I just feel like that without the huge taste for it, if I got in there with him, I wouldn't be able to give much because it all tastes the same to me so far. I mean, I could probably tell it's different, but I don't know. I feel like I would just be sitting here like I usually do and just say, tastes like it here.
Seems how he likes energy drinks. He likes sweeter type, carbonated type, energy drinks and other soda pops. He likes flavored malt beverages, right?
It depends.
Some
if
of them
they're
hurt
super
your-
high alcohol and taste the alcohol, I'm not a huge fan. It's a bit too much. And yes, they also tend to give me pain later. So that's it.
I've given him, drinks of some just like IPAs that are like really fruit forwarded type IPAs, and he likes the taste of those.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not something he can sit down with one and just drink it. It's just not. He's just not that big of a fan yet. So, but
Could happen eventually.
you could develop a taste for it later. So, but for right now, he does reviews with me. We haven't done anything in a while. We've been kind of busy. Jeremy just got back recently from Colorado on vacation, so we got to do a couple soda pops and stuff here pretty soon. Let's see. Jerry, if you could choose only one for the rest of your life, would you choose ale or lager? This is from Gotham again. Ale or lager? Probably lagers. Probably lagers, yeah. Because I like, Mexican lagers, Latin lagers, whatever. That's just what I grew up with. It's kind of my go-to style. So, that's my answer. Okay. Riley Rushton. Do you guys like to travel? And if so, would you ever travel up here to Canada? Are you going to pay our way? We do like to travel, but we just can't afford it. Our situation doesn't help the situation to be able to travel. But would we come to Canada? Yes, we would.
Sure.
It's a beautiful country.
Yeah.
Beautiful country.
There's probably not anywhere I wouldn't go just to travel to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Really.
I don't go anywhere except maybe like desert-like places, but yeah.
We started watching a show a while back. We got into, what's it called? What's that show called? The horses?
Oh, Heartland.
Heartland.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ever heard of it. It's a cool, nice family show, and it's set in Canada, and the countryside and stuff that they show is so beautiful there. It just, I would love that kind of to live, that kind of life.
Jeremy, tell where we just traveled to.
Yeah, he mentioned it. Just got back from Colorado.
And what they saw up there, oh my
yeah.
gosh, Jeremy took some pictures and stuff.
Yeah, the mountains up there. Not being used to it here.
Oh man.
Oklahoma being pretty flat. On to Colorado. The weather compared to Oklahoma is night and day. It's super dry, whereas Oklahoma here it's humid. Temperatures stay in the 70s to 60s whenever it's raining. And here it's in the hundreds. So yeah. When it came back, it sucked.
What, eh?
Where in Colorado?
Oh yeah, we stayed in a little town called Ouray. I'm wearing. Does it say Ouray on here? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got this souvenir. Ouray. It's a small town, kind of positioned between two mountains, I think the San Juan Mountains. Yeah, we did a lot of hiking and stuff.
I've never been there. I used to live in Colorado, but that's just a place that I don't remember ever going to when I was a kid.
It's on the other side of the state from where you said you've been, so it's in the southwest, I think.
So, the answer is yeah, we would travel. We would go to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
Is that where you're at? Is that where you're?
Travel up here to Canada.
Oh, he said up here to Canada.
Sounds
Okay.
like there.
Okay. Travel is good. Jerry, what was your favorite job you've had? My favorite job I've ever had, I'm going to have to say, was a restoration company that was owned by 5 guys, and one was my younger brother, which he passed away. He's gone now. The other one was my older brother, Wayne. Some of you know about Wayne. The other 3 was a couple of guys that were brothers, and then this guy here was a father-in-law to my younger brother. But they all was in partnership with this company, and I got hired on there in 97. 97? Yeah, 97. And I started off on, I think it was the night shift, cleaning carpets at restaurants after they closed down and stuff. We traveled all over, not all over, but surrounding area around Tulsa, just different places. Cleaning, carpet just around the town of Tulsa. We did Walmart too later on. But later on, they gave me a raise and made me the warehouse manager there, which was a neat privilege. They built me my own office, got me all set up in there. It was just a cool time. And even just working there, even before that, I got to hang out with my younger brother at different jobs, and my older brother Wayne at different jobs and stuff, and my nephews did jobs with them. I met a lot of great people, a lot of great guys. It was just a fun job. I enjoyed it. There were some times that sucked. I'm gonna be honest. When we had flood jobs at apartment complexes that were 3 floors, and the flood started on the top floor and went all the way down, and we had to work all the way down. It's probably 2, almost 3 o'clock in the morning before we got done sucking up water, pulling pad, and just, yeah. So, but all in all, it was a fun job, and I enjoyed it. Yeah, there, and the one I have now is pretty great too. So let's see. Okay, Jeremy.
Riley Rushton also asked, "What is my dream job?"
Be a professional Rocket League game player.
I mean, honestly, if I could get paid to play video games all day, that would be pretty cool. It is very stressful what I've heard from players before. But I mean, they're doing what they love. It's hard to beat that. But yeah, professional. If I was good enough to be a professional gamer, yeah, or even if I was entertaining enough to be a content creator for games, that'd also be something cool to do. Because from what I've seen, those people have the time of their lives. So
They have fun, plus they make a lot of money. I mean,
there's a lot of money in there.
what's better than that? And
Sponsorships with huge companies. It's amazing.
pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see, who's next? Cal Ayusta. He says, "Hi guys, here are some questions. Jerry, do you have any injuries from doing painting and maintenance? Seems like would be a physical taxing of a job." I don't have any. Is it visible? No, just injuries in general. Okay. No, I don't have any injuries from painting or even the maintenance part. I've been shocked once hanging a ceiling fan when I was trying to do maintenance. I was training, but my hand.
Yeah, it's not really injury, but
You mean how it hurts? Yeah, I have. If anything, having to use my hands a lot with painting, brushing, the paint pole. I do have, maybe a little cartilage, some tendon damage. It's just like, carpet layers, well, their knees from kicking out carpet, they would have, over time damage in their knees. Their knees would give them problems. That's probably my hands would probably be, they can get fatigued, bad blood flow. Yeah, sometimes I get a little tennis elbow up in here from this or whatever. But really, I've been probably pretty fortunate during my time of what I've done. I have lower back problems like a lot of bigger guys would have, but that's really about it. I've really been pretty fortunate just having that. Let's see. You asked, you do this one and I'll jump up there.
This is also part of the same question, I think, because it kind of ties in there.
Oh,
But
okay.
kind of also asking there if I've always lived in the town that I'm in now, and that's a yes. I've always lived here. Only 2 houses, too.
That's pretty good. I can't say the same for me. Because let's see, he asks, where's the favorite place you have lived? You've mentioned many locations. And Jeremy, okay, so my favorite place I've ever lived I'd probably have to say Colorado. It's a beautiful state. The temperatures there were, as you could hear from what Jeremy said, was great there. I grew up probably most of my life between there and South Carolina. Yeah, I had many friends there. Yeah, I'll have to say Colorado. The only thing missing in Colorado for me to make it totally 100% better would be that my wife wouldn't be there at the time that I lived there. But other than that, yeah, Colorado. Let's see. Is that all that Cal had?
He also has one for me.
Okay.
So he asked me, he says that my dad has said that I like video games, which I do. And he asked if he was to get a game for his young son, what would I recommend, a computer or a game system? Kind of depends on several different things. Depends on your son's age, what he's into, what he likes. I probably wouldn't recommend going full out for a computer if you don't know if he likes video games yet. What I would probably recommend is looking at game systems, in particular looking at Nintendo for younger kids especially. Nintendo has a lot of games just like associated with younger kids, like Mario. Mario's good. Pokemon, I mentioned before, I grew up with it. It's really tailors to younger kids, I would say. So look at maybe the Nintendo Switch, the newest Nintendo game system they have. It's got a lot of cool features, a lot of cool games that would tailor better for younger kids, I would imagine. And if he likes video games, I'll look into building a computer rig. And yeah, that's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. And that's, when you say young son, what Jeremy has just said is probably between the ages of, what would you think? 10,
Yeah, I mean,
10 to
like, even like 8 to 10,
8 to 10.
maybe a little older. I would say probably stick in the game consoles. It's a lot easier to pick up. They cost like $300-ish. I don't know how much the games run, but for a computer rig, depending on how complex you want to get with, you can get pretty complex and spend a lot of money on a computer rig. So it's hard for me to gauge that. But with game systems, you get what you get. It's just the whole game system. You may have to get a little side things like controllers, whatever, but yeah, like the Nintendo Switch, I think everything comes all in one. Sometimes you get a game included. So that would be my recommendation.
Okay.
I think that was all he had.
Okay. All right. Almost done.
Yep, just a couple more.
Couple more questions. Two Wheels Dipper 98. What is your favorite snack you reviewed? Oh man. There has been so many snacks that we've reviewed that I've liked. But probably we got on the kick of trying to find like the hottest type chips, but also taste good. And I don't know, probably in the most interesting probably was the Doritos Blaze. Those seem to be like the hottest that I'd ever tried, because I could only eat a couple of them before they started burning my mouth, but yet they were really good. So for me, probably the Doritos Blaze. But how about you?
Trying to think, we've done a lot of stuff. Nothing really comes to mind like that was the best. I mean, there's been a lot of good stuff. I don't know, nothing's coming to mind.
It's hard because we've tried so much different stuff. Stuff from cookies to chips to candies to... I've done tons of granola bars. Just, it's really difficult to pick one. But. All right. William Olson, how old are you? Well, I'm 53, and Jeremy's 23. So
just turned 23 a week ago. 8th of August.
Yeah. I feel every year that I am old. I feel every year of it. I wish I was 23 again. Okay, well, that's all the questions. To the best of our abilities. Maybe we'll do another one of these another time. The next, when we get to 3,000 subs, maybe we'll do another one. Okay, well, we thank you all for your questions. We've appreciated it, and we've had fun. 50 minutes and 33 seconds. I knew it was going to be a longer video because, you know, when you do something special like this, you don't want to fly through it, you know. So I hope you all were able to enjoy it enough to sit there and watch the whole thing. Yeah, thank you everybody for subscribing, for being. We've had so many great people that give great comments, and then we have those ones that come in that I just say, you know what, I don't want your stupid comment on my channel. You know, it's just so. Goodbye. I have more great people that comment than I don't, you know. So, like I said, thank you everybody for your support, for being great subscribers, and I've been doing this for almost, if not 3 years, I think now. I want to keep doing it for as long as I can. And Jeremy's here to do reviews with me occasionally when he can, and I enjoy having him on here doing them with me and getting his opinion on stuff too. And I know everybody likes seeing Jeremy too. All right. Thanks again. We'll see you all on the next Q&A video. Bye.